Duelist bringing you Chaos March action. The red team needs to win to close out the planet. Blue team needs to win to force a map 5. Map 5 will probably be played next Saturday if there is one. Utilizing a mercenary group, they are able to bring in a Mad Cat G, which will be a powerful addition to the red team's forces. So they are hoping that that will be enough for them to close out the victory here. This is Duelist. We've had some team shifts a little bit. We've down to 6v6 from our 8v8 and earlier matches. It's getting pretty late for a lot of our players, and we're getting ready here for some action on the stock map TC Dustbowl. Pretty wide open. You can fight at close range. You just got to be smart about moving from cover to cover. You can absolutely fight long range in this map, though. That is like the what this map's almost built for. Anyway, I think these are two very good lists by both teams that can take each other on very well. I think these are very balanced teams. I think that both teams are hungry to see a victory for their particular side, caring about the politics of the Chaos March. So I think simply we're in a good fight. Invictus probably at least partially drop commanding here alongside Silver. Invictus not with the microphone today, so yeah, you can only drop command as fast as you can type. Silver's got a mic and a very strategic mind and a very good understanding, having participated in literally every single Chaos March battle, all 500 of them, so he knows what to expect in the fight. They have all veteran players there. They all know what to expect. And Wolverine's Rebirth playing as Scythe, playing as the whole faction. They've got pretty much everybody over here. A couple of guys gone right now, but they have their core pieces. Dango and Bob, just dangerous players. Burner, the great Khan and faction leader of Wolverine's Rebirth, and floating around is Marius somewhere, the awesome ROP commander. Put together, these are mighty forces able to take on just about any other unit in the entire game. The other team, not quite as cohesive with their fighting power, but both teams have the skill, have the balance. Here we go. Bob opening up with his Gauss and his Mad Cat. Firehound getting off a couple of shots with the Rifleman. They were probably expecting some air power here, that's why they have the Rifleman. Could also be a BV issue. You're limited by the tonnage you can bring. You're limited by the battle value that you can bring. A battle value, best way to say it, as Marius is firing with his Gauss. Hollander is a threat value. So if you grab a 100-ton Fafnir with the dual heavy Gauss and that thing is just unstoppable and can take on 2 mechs at once, that is a 5 out of 5. Compared to something like, say, a Solitaire G with a little UAC-10 cannon and no armor that has a BV-1. You have a total of BV and a total of tonnage that you can bring on the number of players that you have. And as long as you're within those specs, you're fine. The only difference being is that if you hire a mercenary group, expensive to do so. So that's how that balances out. However, if you do, you only have to adhere for that particular asset for tonnage. So that is how you're able to get a Mad Cat G inside of this list. Gnome takes a couple of shots here. Marius flanking a bit. Gnome just lost back or a side. I think he lost some of his side armor, so Gnome is very beat up right now. Invictus moving up. They're trying to take advantage of Starwolf being out of position here. Starwolf taking a mighty beating, and yes, that is a little bit of warping going around. We're gonna play anyway. Starwolf trying to get out of there. Stuck him in a hover. He's normally used to mechs. He's out of there. Starwolf coming back to us after a couple of year absence from Living Legend. He is a veteran player reacclimating himself with these skills in the different assets. This is a combined arms game, so it's not just all the robots. He'll find it in time. Stick him in a mech, he's doing great. Stick him in a hover, He's not bad, but that is literally the second time he has ever used a hovercraft in this game. If you're going to lose an asset, losing a 35-ton hover like that is probably better than losing a 75-ton Mad Cat. Ivan has the best sense of spacing of any player in this game, or at least among the top 3, so he is fine going by himself out here and working positioning, trying to get in on the blue team. His teammates are now joining him. There is an exit out the other side of that basement right there that they can go in, so they can come in on the other side if they desire to. Gnome continuing to flank, pretty heavy flank here. I'm not sure what Rask is accomplishing with the firing the weapons down there. They're going to send Rask in close by the base. A very interesting stratagem between the teams. This match all but not over. Anybody can still take this. You see Marius continues to fire his Gauss cannon away from his main team, getting in the back of Ivan. And now Ivan is going to get shot hard. His teammates need to get in quickly. Ivan takes out Firehound and the Rifleman, and now the advantage for the red team. Burner moving in. Oh, he goes crit. Ivan goes down. That is a gigantic loss. This is anybody's match, but it's going to go crit. Still a lot of firepower up here. Can Rask finish the job on Burner? Okay. That leaves Bob and Django. And Marius. That's still 3 frickin' experienced pilots. This is still anybody's fight. Oh! Firehound goes down. Another crit. What are we doing? Playing the 12th Vegan Rangers? Marius taking a pretty good beating. Hollander on Hollander. There goes Silvercraft. Uh-oh. Not much left on the field here. I think we're going to map 5. Ivan, great player, but when he doesn't have support from his teammates on that crest, that was the difference. We are going to map 5. It's just a matter of time. It's over. Map 5 we go.